Donald Trump today coming out issuing an order to the Department of Defense to create a space command to oversee and advance the U.S. military's operations in space. And so that you know, this is separate from Trump's ambitious goal of putting together a space force, which he had spoke about earlier this year. But they're saying in terms of this, U.S. president put a signature under this one-page memorandum to set up this command, and the new body will be aimed to better organize the military's operations in space, speeding up technical advances and also helping to protect U.S. satellites and other assets in space. They're saying that the U.S. military has far-reaching plans in space and has around $800 million to be invested in this field over the next 5 years. And of course, this is just what's out here on the surface. There's a black budget and all that that's not mentioned and all the other stuff that goes along with it. But here on what they're saying that in order for the Space Command to be created, the Defense Department would have to gather various space units from different military services into an independent organization. And they warned that it wouldn't happen fast, that it would be long and complicated, but this is what they're intending to do. They're saying that there will be 11 combatant commands in the U.S. military after the introduction of the Space Command. This new organization will join the ranks of Central Command, overseeing military operations in the Middle East, Special Operations Command, in charge of Special Operations Forces, and the Cyber Command, directing cyberspace operations and others. And then they go on to state again here that the Space Command is separate from Trump's goal of a Space Force. So this is what they're talking about, and he actually signed and put this into motion to have all the money and everything utilized and put into this sector to form this completely, and it is under this name. It will not be the Space Force thing. Now, whether that ever materializes or not, this seems to be where they wanted to take it to begin with. So there's a Space Command here in motion. There was one actually back from 1985 to 2002, but they did away with it after the events of Blind 11 in terms of focusing their resources on fighting terrorism. It seems things are shifting. So I'm going to touch on this more Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Underground World News Live. Make sure to join us. I'll leave a link below. And make sure to follow me on Twitter for the breaking news. Much love, y'all.